The second skill is more important and is not promoted in Western culture very much, and that is the art of fulfillment. And notice I said art, not science. Because what fulfills you, and I consider you a dear friend, and what fulfills your best friend and what fulfills your kids may be really different, even though you love each other and you're all part of the same family, so to speak. We're all unique in that way. It's like, what does God love? Go to a forest and take a look around. Everything's different. It's ultimate levels of variety of shapes and directions. It's not supposed to be one thing. I think that's the biggest challenge in our culture. We've experienced all this, this pain and these shootings and so forth about people who want to shoot other people because they believe something different than them. Man, we really lost it when we can't have a conversation anymore, or we can't learn to agree to disagree. That's part of, you can love somebody and still disagree with them. I know in Congress, I have friends who were, worked at the vice president level and worked at the presidential level and worked in Congress and Senate, and they would fight like hell 3 or 4 decades ago, and they go have a beer together. Now they don't even talk to each other. It's a crazy thing. But my point is, fulfillment is an art, and fulfillment is as different as you and I are. There are no laws to fulfillment, but there are some principles. And one is growth. If you're going to be fulfilled, you got to grow. In fact, the whole self-care mentality we have, which I think was important, it was like the antidote to the, what they used to call it, the hustle culture.
Burnout culture.
And people are always stressed. They're stressed. They're hustling just to make money. There's no meaning. When there's no meaning, you can work your ass off and be so fulfilled if it's meaningful to you, if you're doing it for a higher purpose than just money. I'm not saying you shouldn't have money. You should. It's part of a master skill of being alive and take care of your family. But if that's the only thing you're doing it for, you're going to stress out and burn out. I mean, stress comes from making things more important than they really is. Failure comes from making things less important than they really are. It's an art, right? But the fulfillment side is finding what it is that allows you to grow, because when you grow, you feel alive. I always tell people ask me all the time, they say, what is it that makes people happy? You travel the world, you meet millions of people. What's the common key to happiness? And I say progress. Progress equals happiness. When you're making progress, you're happy. Even when you achieve it. Like, can you think of a goal you've achieved that you're really proud of, and then afterwards thought, is this all there is?
No.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Well, you're more purposeful.
Yeah.
Of course, the Purpose Podcast.
No, and you too. No, but as in, I think that's because it's about progress.
Yeah, yes.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
Have you ever had, though, a goal where you achieved it and you're out of your mind? Like, out of your mind in good, like celebratory?
Probably not either.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, most people have had some celebration that they've had.
Yeah.
And when they celebrate that, what I always ask people is, you're really celebratory. It was great you achieved it. You were proud of yourself. Great. I say, how long did that feeling last?
Not long.
And I say, did it last 6 years? No, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 hours. Most people, somewhere between 6 days, 6 hours, and 6 weeks max. Because, why does it go away? Because we're not made just to achieve goals. We're made to grow. We're made to become more. Because when we grow, when we make progress, we have something to give. We have more to give. So it's like everything in the world either grows or it dies. If your relationship's not growing, don't BS yourself, it's dying. If your business is not growing, it's dying. If you're not growing, some part of you is dying inside. So, but I found that when people really grow, they're happy and then they want to share and they have something worth sharing, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at somebody like Robin Williams, Robin Williams, I think, was one of the gifts of our country to the world. He made people laugh all over the earth. He came here to Hollywood, where we are right now. And he had almost no resources except creativity. And he said, I'm going to star in my own TV show. Everybody says that. Nobody does it. He did it. Then he said, okay, I want to not only star in my own TV show, I want to make it the #1 show in at least 5 countries. He did it in 9, right? Then he said, I don't want to do TV anymore. I want to make movies. That's more dramatic. And he did. Then he said, I want to win an Academy Award for not being funny, a dramatic Academy Award. And he won. He said, I want to have a family that totally loves me and I love me. He did it. He said, I want to have more money than I could ever spend. And he did it. And he hung himself in his own home. How do you explain that? Now, people say he had Lewy bodies in his brain, but he abused alcohol and cocaine and drugs his entire life, staying hyped up. He worked to make everybody as happy except himself. So I really believe that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. And you do not have to separate them, because if what you're doing is designed to try and serve something more than yourself, you're not going to be stressed. I mean, when you're trying to